Kawasaki. Once every few years, I need to play a racing game. Race. It's like an itch that I need to scratch that I can't get to. I can get to this one. To make it very clear, I'm not like a driving game Nazi where it's like, this motor diese fucking Schall. No, I just want to drive. I just want to drive. I don't even have a license. I don't drive. I get drive by my beautiful wife behind the camera. There are basically two extremes, two philosophies, two ways of thinking about it. There's the Mario Kart on one side, very arcadey, and then on the other side you have the Motorsport, very simulation. One caters to sweaty kids, one to sweaty adults. Me, I'm just sweaty. I like the thing right in the middle. Need for Speed is historically that franchise that caters perfectly to me. Mini, arcadey, but still somewhat realistic. Need for Speed Unbound hooked me straight from the first announcement trailer. The graffiti. Ich male trains. Oh, das ist cool. Shout out to all the kids. Also, Asapy Rocky is in this game. Yo, shimmy yo, you mother go low. My thoughts on American rap? Thank you, but I've already had diarrhea. Why couldn't we have someone like Jesus, you know? Wait, something's coming. Do you hear that? But is all that really enough? I'm done with it! Heads up! Need for Speed Unbound has some amazing new mechanics, truly, and some stuff that is like, I wish the devs went a bit more. If you disable the graffiti art style in the options, then you are disabled. And I wish you well. Imagine hating on this. A bunch of depressed little whiny bitches that can't accept anything new.
Backwards cunt.
I love the art style. It's popping from top to bottom. I feel alive again when I see this. I made my character look like my wife. And by the way, the graffiti stuff is not just visual. It has gameplay impact too. That's how the game communicates to you when you're drifting. And when your car is charging up the nitro. It's a win-win. Art style win, game design win. And speaking of win, listen to me, there are gonna be a lot of those for this game, eh? Need for Speed Unbound has innovated in an area where I didn't even know innovation was possible or necessary. And that is nitro. Without nitro, with nitro, they made driving so much better. Quite frankly, it's a genius. You don't just have one nitro, the normal blue nitro that you hold the button, the car goes fast. Now you have the yellow burst nitro that depending on how you drive certain things, you get rewarded with the yellow nitro. And it has 3 layers. The more you have, the faster your car goes. But it also depletes very quickly. So you always have to drift or you drift. And you can't use the blue if you have yellow charged up. It doesn't make sense when I explain it here, but it's essentially a resource management game now. There's a whole extra layer of gameplay on top of the driving that's already very good. You're constantly trying to get that burst nitro, when to use it, when to save it. Never experienced anything like it, and I would never want to play another driving game without it. Amazing. So unexpected. Don't you worry for a second about the driving. When a new racing game comes out, what do I care about? What do smart people care about? How much fun is the drifting gonna be? The closer it is to Mario Kart, the better. Mario Kart goes. The light goes orange, then red, and then purple, I think. Then the speed boost. The closer it is to that, the better. And here, oh my god, it's the same thing. The drifting is 10 out of 10 for me. Du Klatsche. He's scared for me. And when you hit that angle just right, I go, oh yeah. Some missions are straight up drifting challenges, no racing. And they are my favorites. When the animation gas comes up, so satisfying. And now that I mentioned Mario Kart, let me tell you this. This game has a perfect start feature. You have to hit the thing on the side, the needle, on the white spot, and then you have like a perfect start, like Gears of War, like the perfect reload. Oh! And when you don't get it, your car gets significantly stopped, like very hard penalty. Risk reward. That's what this game is about. Risk and reward. This is so core to the concept behind this game. And I will explain that in just a minute, but before that, Need for Speed Unbound never wants you to break flow. Very important to any game, but especially here. Missing a checkpoint puts you back to the road very fast. No long.
Hey, get back to the road. Don't say this time.
1, 2, 3. Fuck you. No. And when your car breaks, you get a total carbolage back to the road immediately. Because the other cars drive like motherfuckers, you still get punished by it. You're gonna fall back, but you don't break flow. You're immediately back into the fun. Now, the risk and reward loop that I was talking about. They did such a good job with it. It's honestly unbelievable. I'm gonna make a brave, daring statement. Need for Speed Unbound is the Dark Souls of driving games. It is so insanely unforgiving. When your car levels up, so do the enemies. So the game never becomes easy. But way more importantly, you go to events, then events give you money and they increase your heat. In order to get the money though, you don't get it immediately, you have to bank it at a safe house. So the more events you do, the more money, the more heat you have and the harder it is to get to the safe house. So you're always wondering, should I make one more race? But then I will have 5 levels of heat and 5 levels of heat. forget it. You're gonna be fucked in the last Need for Speed I played was Need for Speed Payback. What up, guys? A lot of challenges spread around the map. Many games do that, and they always feel tacked on, right? Like, what are these challenges on the map? Hey, drive through here fast. Drive this here. Destroy this billboard. Kind of stupid. In this game, it's perfectly implemented through game design, because sometimes you want to make more money to bank it, but you don't want to do events to increase your heat. So there are many moments when I intentionally sought out collectibles and mini challenges because they don't increase your heat. And because money is such a crazy rare resource in this game, some missions you get to deliver a car. So you get to play with a new car, you don't increase your heat, and you get money. The developers, you, if you're watching this, smart. Smart. Respect. Beautifully done, EA. Whoever program made this. That feeling when you have 100k in the bank and you have 5-star heat and you're like driving around like, please. Inshallah, bring me to the next safe house. And then you get busted. And I'm just looking at the screen like, this game made me want to throw my controller against the wall, because you keep chasing that bag and the heat keeps increasing. Like, I can do it. I can get home. Police ain't got nothing on me, bro. ACAB. And then you get busted. And it's like, my work of the past 2 hours for nothing. I want to die. And whenever a game can make me feel this intensely about it, that's a dub. Some people enjoy the Need for Speed games for all the bimbing you can do. And this game you can do a lot of bimbing. Performance bimbing and the visual bimbing. But I feel like my favorite cars, the crazy Lamborghinis, they are kind of restrictive in their pimping. I think it's okay. You can have fun with it. Don't expect it to go crazy in depth. I think it's a normal amount, but I'm not a driving game expert. I saw in the feedback for this game a lot of people saying it's too close to Need for Speed Heat. I didn't play Need for Speed Heat, so you have to be careful. If Need for Speed Heat has the same risk-reward money system, the same double nitro, and the same awesome drifting, then you guys are right. I don't know if you should get this again. But for me, this is just a W all the way. Now, there's one slight caveat here, and that is the game dug itself into a bit of a catch-22. Sometimes, okay, listen to me. It gets really annoying that you have to constantly drive to the locations where the events are taking place. Sometimes that is really far away, and that's annoying. And I was wondering, can't you give me a fast travel at least to my different hideouts? But then I realized if they gave you fast travel, then having high heat wouldn't be such a risky thing anymore, because then you can just fast travel. So it's like, seeking out a garage to deposit your cash is one of the game's core gameplay loops that makes you scared, and that would be ruined by fast travel. So yeah, catch-22. The story as energetic as this. The story and world building, bro. Get this, the people in the city are racist because they don't like racers. Sometimes you hear like little radio chatter. There's like a mayor of the city that's being elected, and the mayor is like, we have these evil street racists who endanger our people. And then you're like, yeah man, this mayor sucks, she's so evil. Why can't we just race? And I'm playing this like, you know that you're the baddies, right? You know that street racing is bad. I'm playing a game, I'm enjoying it, but street racers are bad. You endanger people. And then they make it look like the mayor is the bad guy for wanting to clamp down on street racers because the mayor is racist. Get it? The dumbest shit I've ever heard. Skip every cutscene, turn dialogue to 0 in the menu. You want to gouge your eyes out every time you hear any character here talk.
Yo, bro. And yo, check this, bro. He was all like, if you know, bro. Bro!
Early on in the game, you get backstabbed by this chick. What's the message here, huh? Diese Huren sind nicht loyal. Ce sont des putes, huh? T'as piqué que pute? Oh putain, je vais te casser la chatte. Do yourself a favor, skip it. Now, one more thing that I would say, this game, the city is incredibly generic. Like really, holy crap. I know it's hard to give a city a vibe when you can't walk around in it, when your characters all suck. How about some landmarks, bro? How about some interesting locations? This is the ultimate cookie cutter city. It's just there to do the job, and that is to let you drive in it. But it's very, very boring. Boring city, boring countryside, boring everything. I forget how the city looks like every time I close the game. I think they knew this, and that's why they added pedestrians. And man, when it comes to pedestrians and driving games, I always go back and forth. On one hand, it increases immersion, right? It's always weird to have empty streets. But on the other hand, you can't drive over them, they automatically dodge everything, they look shitty, and that ruins immersion. I really don't know where I fall here, guys. So you tell me. Can someone make a driving game where you can get out of the car and shoot people and commit some hate crimes? Is that all too much to ask? Now, last but not least, the final problem with this game is the end game. Bro. What end game? There's no end game. After you do the final challenge, you can still drive around the city and collect shit, but there's nothing left, nothing left. I wanted to buy my... You can still make money, but you make it so slowly, it's not fun. There's no end game. There's not even New Game Plus. And it's worse, you can't even start a new game. You have to go into your files and delete the save game. This one is so fucking weird, isn't it? Like, hello? Somebody in there! If you guys want to support me, thank you to all my patrons. You guys are the real ones because of you. Because of you. You get early access, you get in-progress reports, naming credits, and you can be in a video. Alright, with that being said, Schniedel. My final rating is a shockingly good, absolutely rock solid 8 out of 10 for Need for Speed Unbound. And with that being said, Also, Reddit meme time. Hey, what is this? Abu Ranton. I can't grow a beard like that. Thanks for reminding me. The real Anton Howard? Ugh, the fuck? The yucky. Disgusting. I mean, I wanna fuck him, I don't wanna look like him. Ranton, Twitch mod. Inside joke! Shout out to that mod, I will find you, I will kill you. I spent 7.7 years on this, suck my penis. Okay. You suck. Reddit meme time has degenerated into a cartoon. You guys are incapable. Did this guy just bark? If you bark one more time, you get a... I'm sorry, Tarzan. I'm sorry. What's wrong? Did you shit yourself? Yeah, that's good.